quiet corner. But if I make it a public debate, they could become problematic.
That's
and
true.
I'd much prefer that they had the opportunity to say, well, I will address you in this way, and then if you address me that way, then maybe I can then address you in a slightly different way too, rather than going entirely public with, you know, with the situation, at least before giving them an opportunity to respond. I think that's how we will win this battle. I think that's the only way we can look at that battle, is to consider the well, not too much so, but consider the difficulties that they have, and to appropriate the right actions to the difficulties that they have. And in doing so, that might ease their difficulties in being able to make, if nothing else, a gradual move forward.
That's true.
You imagine embarrassing your parents. They don't feel very good about being embarrassed, but they respond appropriately because they're embarrassed. And I think that's what we need to do with our governments. So for me, One Unit Info, One Unit Radio is really about that from a political standpoint, you know? That we, you know, it's a kind of approach that is not throwing the argument, but to discuss it, you know? You wanted to take a quick examination of my foot.
Yeah. Let's see how it was and
how it was. Well, I'll be able to show you some. I'll be able to give you some photographs so you can fill in with the photographs. But this is the current condition, and I think more importantly, you can focus on this area here. This is the current condition after having applied the medicine only 10 minutes ago. So this feels wonderful in relation, wonderful in relation to how it did feel this morning. And there's pain relief going on now, and it had been at the time when I applied it. So it seems quite quick in its relief. Here is the other area. These are known as tumours of kind, benign tumours. And you can see that the blood is now sort of flowing around that. Before that, that was just a hard core. And slowly Cannabisoil has made all this skin soft. I've been able to cut it back with a knife, and it reveals more skin. And by applying new oil, it you know, brings the contamination down on a whole, and I can then cut away at it again. So this is a major improvement on my feet, and you'll see from the photographs that I'll give you that the condition, the overall condition, is just amazing in relation to what has been going on. But I'll show you this foot, which has not yet been treated.
How long
have I been suffering with this condition?
Yes.
15 to 18 years. 15 to 18 years of suffering constantly. The last time I was in major pain in a very public way was when I went to work one day, and I had to leave work and go to the hospital into accident and emergency because I was in so much pain. And you know, with my family dying of cancer and things like that, and learning equally that this condition can become precancerous, I'm now just doing everything that is within my powers and within my rights, of course, as well, to ensure that I have a life. I don't want to die of cancer. And this seems to be helping radically. But this point here, you can see I've been using powders to keep the moisture levels down, and to keep, because it seems to get soaked, but there's a point right here that's just killing me with pain right now. But it's not as bad as it was, and again I'll show you some more photographs of that. Okay. But it would seem this area here is just really painful at the moment. So I'm about to apply this wonderful oil that I applied to that part of my foot. And I don't know if this is evident, but if you were to look closely, you can almost see the silkiness of the skin now. It's just, that seems quite consistent, and you might see the lack of that silkiness here. It will become silky once I've applied the medicine. So I'm going to apply some medicine. Okay. You'll see the kind of that quality of it change, and as it does, it almost provides pain relief accordingly. So as it becomes more supple or something, or maybe as it soaks into that area there, it will provide, that is down to pain relief. But this is good. I like this lotion. This lotion seems quite nice. Why I like it a lot is because you can see here I'm getting a lot of coverage, a lot of spread out of the lotion. Whereas using the oil, you know, it's very, you can only, and then you've got to rub it in very hard before you get any coverage. So for this particular condition, it seems quite good, but I would question the strength differential between this and how I was using pure oil before, because the pure oil just seems to go in there. And you can see all this white area here. That is pretty much under the skin, the area of contamination. And what will happen if I continue to use the medicine is this entire contaminated skin will basically slowly ease to the surface, and as I shed skin, the contamination will shed with the shedding of the skin, and that seems to be the action of it. But I mean, just looking at my feet now, you'll see from the photographs, it's an amazing difference from how it was. And the only way I've been able to do that after 15 years is with the use of Cannabisoil. So, thank you, Brian, and thank the Health Cure.
And thank you
yeah, definitely.
to come here and
this feels, for me, Brian, this feels like, you know, a new lease of life. It feels like I can have life, whereas any other thought is almost as though I'm not sure whether or not I will have life. The reality is yet for the future, you know, for the future to decide. But at least within my sense of well-being, because of the massive improvement, my well-being is good. And even if I was to die of cancer, at least I live good and feel good.
And we have the right for
yeah, and absolutely. The right to be able to, I think, talking about rights, I think there's a couple of subjects that I think is probably worth including on this video, just in case they arrest me on my way home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me put power on it.
Yeah, okay. You want us to stop for a while?
No, you can keep talking. And
Yeah. I think one of the key issues about rights, for me, is that the subject hasn't really been technically addressed from a legal perspective. If my human rights state that I have the right to life,
yes,
being the first article or the first protocol, or whatever they want to call it, and the quality of life thereafter, and equally the right to